Well, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and the Qataris have proven too strong for Sir Jim Ratcliffe to compete as far as the takeover of Manchester United is concerned. You know, in the previous 7 days, we had a very shocking story coming in from Mike Keegan that the offer of Sir Jim Ratcliffe was to take all pay for 50% of Manchester United and leave the 20% for the Glazers. That means he was willing to go on and really buy out the other 4 siblings of the Glazers family, and then he keeps Joel and Avram Glazer at the club of Manchester United. This never went well into the ears of the fans of Manchester United, and that's why these fans planned a demonstration that was successful when you're beating Aston Villa by 1-0. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where you're watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. It's our second video of the day, and we are really so much obliged to have you guys and continue to subscribe. You can as well support this channel by becoming a member. Click the join button that is below this video, and obviously find yourself in a position of really supporting this channel. Subscribe for monthly in there for you. So as it stands, we are having stories coming in from Amad Diallo and Sunderland. He has really went ahead to really take them to the playoffs. They finished 6th into the championship, and I'm going to bring you the stats of Amad Diallo that are really so much telling to Eric Ten Hag that if Anthony is failing to get you the job done and dusted, I'll come and really get the job done and dusted. And I think those are the 2 stories we're going to tackle this evening as far as this beautiful day is really concerned, and we'll be coming up with what we call the last story in the next 2 or 3 hours from now. Now, Samuel Wallace is a chief football reporter for the Daily and Sunday Telegraph. Has gone ahead and really told us that there is one obvious destination, and that's Qatar. Ineos has tried to make it work in different ways, but my feeling is that Qatar are so far in his. It's become a question of prestige. They have to win this. So when they tell you that Qatar have done everything because they've gone ahead, Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe have gone ahead to do everything to convince the Glazers and see to it that they even give them an offer that's going to keep them at Manchester United for long. The Glazers feel like they are not turned. They are not turned on because they are looking at this offer of 5 billion from Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, and they're asking themselves, how are they going to find themselves getting this amount of money when they don't have investment? Because even the Qataris, even Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to go ahead and really buy United on date, and they know that at a certain point X, this empire will collapse if at all they build it together. And a date, we have a debt close to £1 billion. That's the debt we are having as Manchester United. We are having a debt close to £1 billion. That is coming in from Manchester United because they revealed their first quarter of their financial report, and we had £1 billion. How did it accumulate there? In the transfer window, we borrowed £150 million to really go ahead and really carry out what we call the transfers that we brought in. So it shows you that we are in a very bad state of mind and state of finance, that the Glazers have found themselves in a position of being left with only one option, and that is Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. And that is a story being told us by Sam Wallace of the Telegraph, and he was on Sky Sports, and he's telling us that the Qataris look like they are so much into the lead and no one can come to them. That's why I've come up with the story that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani too strong for Sir Jim Ratcliffe to compete, because for Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, he's having liquid cash. £5 billion plus, he's having the money. Secondly, he's willing to clear off the debt of £1 billion, right? Those are £6 billion. He's willing to build a stadium worth £2 billion, you know? Those are £8 billion. He's willing to invest in the team, you understand, like £500 million, and then get close to £500 million, and obviously improve the services at the facilities at Carrington. Then after that, he'll be having more money to invest in Manchester, like building hotels and recreational centers and so on and so forth, you know. So apart from the 5 billion he's willing to pay up front, he's willing to pay to buy out the Glazers, and he wants 100% takeover. He has more £7 billion to inject into the club of Manchester United. That is Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. So if the Glazers are wise, and I know they are wise on money, I think the best thing to do is to find themselves in a position of really taking this money, because on the stock exchange, United's value is at £2.5 billion. That's it. And Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is giving them times 2. And how do you stop yourself from doing this? A deal that can really see you walk out with fans of United. Never in life go ahead to really say that, all right, the Glazers were really toxic, because you'd have given us what we call a beacon of hope. Because to us, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is the only beacon of hope that we are having at Manchester United, and I don't see anyone else coming in to give us the best that we deserve. And the confidence is increasing and growing. Ineos are really doing their best, and to show you that they had gone ahead to give Glazers that offer, they never at any one point came out and really rubbished those stories that really came out, and they really went ahead to contact the spokesperson of the Ineos group, and he was shut. He shushed his mouth instead, meaning that everything we are told about Ineos was 100% right, and it was really one of those things that they were planning to do, and the fans never went well with it. Now, today, while appearing on the United stand, Fabrizio Romano had the following to go on and really tell the fans of United that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's side is still confident that his offer to buy Manchester United will be a successful one. All parties involved want the situation sorted by this month. Now, we all know that the Glazers want to get this thing sorted by this week, and we don't know when the announcement is going to come out, whether today night, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, but I believe by Friday we will have gotten a very good clearance from the Glazers whether it's going to be Sheikh Jassim Al Thani or Sir Jim Ratcliffe. But as it stands, with the confidence that the Qataris are holding, it just boils out into one, that they are going to take over this club. Because if at all there were threats that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani was not going to take over this club with the Qataris, and the Glazers were willing to give it to Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I think they would have gone ahead to really panic and find themselves in a position of rising the bid to £6 billion, because I believe Qataris have the money, and the biggest, the most supported team in the world, known as Manchester United, is up for grabs. And this is once in a life opportunity. Trust me, the Qataris also know it, that they can easily get back their money in a period of 2 years. I've gone ahead and make these mathematics and calculations, and I'm sorry for being repetitive, but let me try to show you this. Now, Manchester United can earn close to, if we get back to winning ways, we can find ourselves making close to £1 billion per financial year. If at all our wage bill is at like 400 and the other expenses equal to 700 million pounds, the Qataris can start making money and making profit of 300 million pounds every year, you know, after injecting in that money in like 2 years from now. So if at all you inject like 15 billion pounds in the club of Manchester United for 2 years, and 2 years later you start making a profit of 300 million, yet you also have the value of the club still with you, because if at all he builds the stadium and improves the facilities of Manchester United, that value of club will go from 5 billion pounds to close to 10 or 15 billion pounds or 20 in the coming years. Why? More money is being injected in the game of football. To me, I understand that even the reward to the winner of the Premier League is going to increase in the next 2 or 3 years to come. You might find that the winner of the Premier League will be taking like £1 billion away the season, because I believe the winner this time around might take close to, if it's Arsenal, they can even take £600 million, because they have the TV rights are really huge, and very many games of theirs are being viewed viewed widely all over the world. Then if it's Man City, they can get like £500 million. So that means in the next 2-3 seasons, with the competition increasing the Premier League from top 4, top 6, and almost they can go to top 7 due to the coming in of Newcastle, I think the value of the Premier League is going to increase every year that goes on, and I think more money is going to be injected, and that's why Premier League is really trying to sell its rights expensively to increase the amount of money that these clubs really do, and because a lot is now needed for a team to survive in the Premier League. Because when you look at teams like Aston Villa and the way they are spending, they can spend close to £120 million per summer. So it shows you that if Aston Villa, that is not playing in the Champions League, that is not winning trophies, is spending like that, an elite team like Manchester United should be spending like £250 million per summer, not per season, and you reserve some £50 million to spend in the January transfer window to reinforce the squad a little bit. So to me, I think it's a confirmation that I think the Qataris are really confident, and they know that no way the Glazers will find themselves in a position of not really getting them the club, because the Glazers were in Qatar for 4 times. They first went there looking for investment. Qatar told them, will only come in when you are willing to sell the club 100%. Now, the Qataris know the ups, all the ends, the highs and lows of the Glazers. As far as their financial stand is, they cannot survive. That's why they are confident, and their confidence is really increasing to take over this club of Manchester United. So that's what we're getting from the Qataris, and obviously let's wait and see how that really pans out in the next coming days, because before Friday I expect a huge announcement from Manchester United. Now today, Amad Diallo has scored again. It's now 13 goals and 4 assists this season of Amad Diallo, Sunderland loan. Smart move. Under Amad, only dreams of Manchester United chance. He loves the club and he hopes to have an opportunity with the first team next season. Obviously, Amad Diallo is one of those players that we can't wait to see come back and play for Manchester United. Do you know why? Because he has shown us that he might be one of the missing jigsaws to complete the jigsaw of Erik ten Hag that looks like is on and off, and we are lacking creativity. This man is really creative and has goals on him, and when you look at him, he's so much better than Anthony when it comes to execution, and the end product to his game is more than that of Anthony, because Anthony rarely puts in assists. Anthony only knows one thing: going in for the carrying effort at the far post. I've always told you that Amad Diallo will surprise the goalkeeper with a shot on the far post or a carrying effort on the far post. Then sometimes he goes for the near post. Sometimes he goes in for an assist, for a back post cross. So to me, it comes all to one, that he has to come to Manchester United. Ten Hag is going to give him a chance. I believe he's more explosive than Garnacho, but I think for Garnacho, the reason that's why he stayed at Manchester United, there was no pressure coming in from the agent for his player to get enough playing time. And if at all there were no pressure from the agent of Amad Diallo to get ample playing time for Manchester United, I think he would have been at the club also here to do the needful and obviously find himself in a position of really working in for the club of Manchester United. So I really believe that Amad Diallo is really going to come in, has proven himself, and Erik ten Hag has only one option: getting him to the squad and see how he's going to go ahead and really act. I believe with the competition there and having proven himself at Sunderland in the preseason in America, he's going to be having one of the biggest seasons at Manchester United, because I believe his ability is more than that of a player known as Garnacho. And if I told Garnacho is going to hate to tear it up like that, I think we're going to be having a very good competition on the right and the left. Now, Amad has gone ahead to score 13 goals and 4 assists. That is statement depth this season. And he has gone ahead to throw the Sunderland team into the playoffs, and they can come to the Premier League if at all they win the remaining 3 games. They're having to play Luton on 13th. That is, I think, on Saturday they're going to play Luton Town. So, 2 games to play. If they knock them out, they go to Wembley and play, I think, the winner between Middlesbrough and who else? Championship playoffs. Let me look at Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough is going to play who? Middlesbrough is going to play Coventry. So if at all they knock out Luton Town, they'll find themselves in a position of really playing Coventry, the winner between Coventry and Middlesbrough. So it shows you how this boy has gone ahead to put himself in a position that Ten Hag is seeing him eagerly, and he knows exactly what it means. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Your thoughts on to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. Too strong for Sir Jim Ratcliffe into this United takeover? And obviously, what do you think about Amad Diallo and his flamboyant form he has gone ahead to uplift into the championship? I'll cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I sign out for now. See you later as Rock and David remains my name. I'm out.